All right, here is the elimination method. Elimination method is, it can solve the same types of problems as using a different way. So sometimes if you look at this problem here and compare it to the problem we did before, the problem we did before, if you look at just the original problem up here, I'll put it in green, or well, it's supposed to be green. This x by itself is easy to get. You know, that x right there is easy to get by we just do this. If we look over here, if I were to try first by getting one of these variables by itself, you'll notice we'll get decimals. Like for example, if I want to get 3y by itself, I do 3y equals 5x minus 9 and divide by 3. And if I did this, I end up with 1.6 repeating x plus 3. And you don't really want to do this. This can kind of make a mess of some of these problems. So I'm going to show you another way to do this if you want to avoid this. Now, some of you like to do the other method. So if you would like to solve this using substitution, this method up here, you can do that. So that everything we did here would work. I'm just going to show you another different method. It's called elimination. You guys should have done this before, but I'll show you the idea here. So really the idea is we want to get this or this to match up, to get the same integer value. If that happens, what's nice is we can then eliminate one of the problems. So if we go back and think of our pizza and soda problem, 5 slices of pizza and 3 sodas, well, if we double this one here, so if I take this equation, this whole thing here, and just multiply it by 2, I end up with negative 10x plus 3y, or sorry, plus, we want to double everything. Don't make the mistake I said plus 6y equals negative 18. So now we double everything. And this we don't need anymore because we did this. So now what you notice is this is the new equation where I doubled the bottom. This equation up here stays the same. And what's nice is these right here will eliminate if I add them. So negative 10 plus 10 is 0 x's, so these things just eliminate. 6 plus negative 8 is negative 2y. Negative 18 plus 4 is negative 14. So y equals negative 7. And why that's nice is you notice how much shorter this was to get to our answer of y than this one was. So we had to do all this work here where this one's a little bit shorter. The trick is you have to be able to recognize multiples of numbers and see how can we get 5 to become an x or 3 to become an 8. And in this case, it was pretty straightforward where we just doubled this bottom equation to get this new one. So we get y equals 7, then you plug it in here. 10x minus 8 times 7 equals 4. 10x minus 56 is 4. Add 56 to both sides, and x equals 6. So I get the answer 6, negative 7. So again, it's just another method. We'll practice another one. So if you flip the page over, we have this one. We can practice this as well. So this one we have two pretty simple options. We can either multiply this bottom equation by 3 to get this to become 15, or multiply it by 9 to get this to become 9. I'm going to go simple. I'm going to multiply this by 3. So this whole bottom equation by 3. So I will rewrite the top one. Negative 15x plus 9y equals 27. And this one right here, I'm going to multiply everything by 3. Negative 15x minus 3y equals, and 17 times 3, 51. Now, here's the difference between this one and the last problem. If I were to add negative 15, I get 30. That won't eliminate them. So a good rule of thumb, if the signs are the same, subtract. If the signs of the ones you're trying to eliminate are the same, you subtract. Signs the same, you subtract. That will eliminate 9 minus negative 3 is 12y. 27 minus 51 is 36. So y equals divide 3. Again, came out to be a pretty quick solution. So I'm going to plug this in here. Negative 5x minus 3 equals 17. Negative 4 comma 3. So try one more. And this one, again, we have a choice, but I'm going to go with this one now. I'm going to double this bottom equation here to match it up with this top equation over here. So I'm going to take this one and multiply it by 2. So I'll keep this one, negative 7x minus 8y equals negative 24. 3. 8x plus 8y equals 24. Signs are different, so we're going to add. Remember, signs are the same, we subtract. If they're different, we're going to add. We get 1x equals 1. It does not get any easier than that. So if x is 1, I can plug in 1 here. And 4 plus 4y is 12. 4y equals 8. Y equals 2. 1, 2 is my answer. I have a couple more problems that we are going to hand out to work on and practice, but this should be good notes. Come back to these if you need them.